I want to start this video off by apologizing for not uploading any content in the past couple of months, but I really hope that this video does make up for it. Chances are you probably have no idea who Sappho is, but at the end of this video, I really hope you have a good idea on who and what they are as a person. If you already know who Sappho is, this video is not bringing any new accusations or information to the light. I'm just simply making this so more people are aware of who she is and how shitty she is as an overall person. In this video, I'm going to break down all the information into different segments, with proof that these accusations are in fact true. But anyway, with all of this out of the way, let's get started. I think the title of this segment practically explains itself, but I'm just going to explain this in higher detail by criticizing a video that Sappho made where she comes out as a zoophile, just so you guys get a full-on understanding of what we're dealing with here. She instantly started off this video with a generic fake sigh that you hear in like every shitty YouTuber apology video. So that's a red flag right off the bat.
Hi everyone, you all know me as Sappho, and I wanted to make a video about coming out. Coming out with anything can be very difficult, especially if it's something that society currently views with disgust or is a bit dangerous to even come out with the way that things are right now. And it's a lot like when homosexuals were coming out in the 1960s during Stonewall and those sorts of events.
So she is saying that coming out with things can be difficult, which I have to agree that is true. But then a few seconds later that she implies that zoophiles and animal rapists are being treated like homosexuals in the 1960s, and even comparing the hate that zoophiles get to gay people during the Stonewall riots in 1969, which is point blank fucking retarded, considering that zoophiles aren't even actively being killed in high numbers like the gay people in the 1960s were. I know she didn't directly compare modern zoophile discrimination to the LGBTQ discrimination in the 1960s, but the fact that she even implied it is fucking disgusting, considering the fact that the two things are so different that they are incomparable. You cannot compare animal rape to a homosexual relationship. It's just incomparable.
I'm just not going to give the opportunity for a Sappho exposed kind of video. And I would rather suck the air out of the sails of the rant-sonas, and instead of letting this sort of thing build, just be open and honest about myself and my beliefs. And I want to clear the air and say that, for the record, I am a zoophile. You did not mishear that. I am a zoophile. I do not have a thing for humans. I am more attracted to dogs like German shepherds.
I just wanted to include this in the video, just in case any of you already did not believe that Sappho is a zoophile. I mean, if her saying it directly doesn't convince you, I really don't know what will.
Zoophilia is often very misunderstood, especially because of certain very terrible people and what you may have seen in the news. And someone that I will not mention, if you remember that situation with the zoo sadism leaks a few years back. Unfortunately, when people think of zoophiles, especially furries, that's the person that comes to mind. That is the situation that comes to mind. And I'm talking about horrible abuses.
Sappho claims that zoophiles are misunderstood and that zoophilia is not a bad thing, when in reality zoophiles and zoophilia in general is fucking disgusting. She goes on further to mention how news articles about zoo sadism and animal abuse Despite bestiality and zoophilia is animal abuse no matter how you look at it. Animals cannot consent to sex with humans. That is just a fact, and Sappho and other countless zoophiles continue to ignore that fact.
And to be 100% clear, I am not like that. Most of the zoo community is also not like that and utterly despises it. People who force animals into situations they don't want, physically and through other means, are completely deplorable and seen as rapists.
Now, Sappho claims that all zoo sadists are seen as rapists by the zoophile community, even though all zoophiles are animal rapists. She tries to claim that only the zoo sadists are animal rapists, which is complete bullshit, because any person that has sex with an animal is an animal rapist, because of the fact that animals cannot consent to sex with a human being. Admittedly, some animal rape cases are a lot worse than others, but it is still animal rape either way. No matter how you look at it, it is still rape.
They're fetishists and bestialists. I do not want them to be the face of the community, and they should not be the face of the community.
Sappho is now calling zoo sadists fetishists and bestialists, despite the entire zoophile community being just that. Because no matter how you look at it, zoophilia is a disgusting and illegal fetish. She tries to claim that animal rape is a sexuality even though it will never be a valid sexuality in the LGBTQ community. She tries to call it a sexuality in an attempt to try and justify her disgusting fetish.
Ethical zoos are not like that. Zoophiles are among the most caring and loving people towards animals and their mates. We see animals as equals to humans, not as property or an object like in the eyes of the law and others.
Sappho is trying to claim that zoophiles are the most caring people to animals, which is obviously not true in the slightest. Sappho also tries to claim that animals are seen as property and objects by most people, and even by law enforcement, which is also complete bullshit. If it was true that animals were seen as objects, then there would be no animal rights laws that protect animals from any form of abuse in the United States and several other countries. Her saying this is yet another example of her trying to justify zoophilia and animal rape, and it's fucking disgusting.
Zoophiles are not the same as bestialists and fetishists who do not follow those principles.
She tries to claim that zoophiles are not the same as fetishists and bestialists, but that's just complete bullshit considering that zoophilia is an illegal fetish that revolves around raping animals. It's fucking disgusting that she thinks that this is a logical way to think and try and justify her animal rape. It's fucking bullshit and it's fucking disgusting. Sappho calls herself a therapist even though she has no credentials or qualifications to call herself that, which she does admit to. But Sappho also claims that she is a hypnotherapist, and claims that you don't need any qualifications to be one, which is false. I'll be proving this is false with a screenshot from a highly trusted source that specifically focuses on hypnotherapy as a whole. Do I need a degree to be a hypnotherapist? No, a degree is not needed to be a hypnotherapist if you train with a hypnotherapy school, such as Rapid Transformational Therapy. You simply need to gain a valid hypnotherapy certification in order to practice. Does Sappho have this certification? No, she fucking doesn't. Sappho claims that she does not do sexual hypnosis unless given the permission from the person as receiving it. Here's a screenshot that proves that she did say that. Now I'm going to show another screenshot of a message that Sappho sent to a few people, which was forwarded to a few other people, where she abuses the role that she gives herself as a hypnotherapist. In the screenshot, she admits to accidentally doing sexual hypnosis with someone that had no intent of doing anything sexual. But that is clearly bullshit. She has claimed multiple times that she does not do sexual stuff with people unless given permission and if they are of age, but that is clearly a lie, considering that she abused her role as a hypnotherapist. I think it is very safe to say that Sappho is a very fucked up individual. She rapes animals, manipulates and lies to people, and she is very hypocritical and has complete ignorance and disregard to almost everyone that has given her criticism. Anyways, I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you did, feel free to like the video and maybe even subscribe. If you want to see more content like this in the future, please let me know, and I hope I'll see you all later.